Hi, welcome to T.E.A. This is being recorded around the time of the new moon. I've done it a bit earlier because that's where I'm fitting in. And I'm doing a mix of some cards I've had out and I've had a bit of time to look at them, and other cards, they're going to be revealed. So how I'm going to look at it is what we've been dealing with in past energies, currently how we're working through the previous energies, and going forward, how it's going to develop really. And so we're looking at a kind of a fortnightly kind of energy, which sort of is roughly going in with moon phases. Now, the first part we're looking at, the first section we're looking at, is past energies, and in the very recent past this is. So, we could even be talking about a week ago. You could have been doing a bit of an inventory of where you want to go in life, and you've had to sit down and take a bit of time, be quiet with yourself, and just really get to the heart of the matter, to really be honest with your feelings on things and where you stand on different issues in your life. Now, everything is energy, isn't it? So this is what we're about. The whole point of these readings is to really take a review of your energy and where you're using it, your personal energy, your physical energy, and how the energy around you is helping or hindering really as well. So yeah, you've taken an inventory, you've made some kind of solid decision based on the review that you've taken, and you're leaving something. You're leaving something behind. You've decided to forge ahead, and this is that's where the energy is taking you away from something. So let's just see if we've got any clues here. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So this is a bit of a balance on things, this is probably to do with people around you. So you may have had someone trying to disrupt what you actually want to create for yourself in the past. You may be aware of someone. Now you've had a really good think about things. You may be aware of someone who's always possibly in the background there and is trying to disrupt things. We've got looks like a cheese wedge, but it's a bit fancier than that. This is a wedge, so someone is getting in there and just trying to get between you and something you want to do, or perhaps it could be you and another person. They could just be creating difficulties where really there probably aren't any, so it's someone is just there. They're either stirring the pot in a relationship, or they are standing between what you and what you want to create. So they're interfering with your creation, and you've realised that. You've come to that kind of understanding of what the dynamic of that energy was. So in that respect, the awareness of it is actually the main thing, isn't it? If you're aware of it, you can then review things and not give your energy to the types of things that are hindering your progress forward. At the same time, nobody's perfect, are they? So it's also good to take on board any criticisms of you know, how you're operating, and you know, taking that honest review of yourself. You know, obviously that's going to reap rewards, isn't it? That's always a good thing to do, because no one is 100% in anything. We're all a work in progress. So that's the past energy. Let's say this is something that you've dealt with. You've sorted out, you know, who's helping, who's hindering, and this is where we are currently. So you're in the position of now. You're a bit charged up. You could be a fire sign, but there's a kind of a bit more of a fire in your belly now. Now you've sorted through this past mistakes that you've made with people. Now you kind of know. You've sorted out who these people are, or what this thing is that you want to go for, and how to get there. So you can see where you want to go. You know, you can see what could be the goal ahead. You know, you've got a goal. Now, when setting goals, it's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes it can be specific, but in terms of energetics of a situation, sometimes it's actually quite useful to just have a general idea of what you want, and then, you know, later on you can hone in. But at the moment you're feeling pretty charged up, and yeah, the problem has been resolved. The past problem has been resolved. Everything's kind of hopefully smoothed out, and you know who to give your energy to, who not to give your energy to, and things like that. And also you could be sorting through where you want to give your energy in terms of projects or interests, hobbies, you know, what you want to spend your time doing, because you know, time is precious, isn't it? So these are really lovely cards. So there'll be some kind of news coming in, a message, some kind of news to do with where you're going with a specific relationship, project, or idea and ambition, and everything is saying, yeah, this is a brilliant way forward for you. You've got the star, which is healing. It's on the card, says guaranteed success, but you're following your star now, and you're not going to be held back by anyone or anything. Yeah, that problem, you've resolved that problem internally, and that's really the thing to do, isn't it? You don't be swayed by the external. You've got to come back to yourself, have a good think about, you know, what you want to do going forward, and how to do that, which energies are helping and hindering. That, having done that, that's really helped you, and you now know where you want to go. There's going to be some good news of some kind coming, it looks like. Yeah, so that's pretty good, I would say. It could be something to do with healing. I'm just wondering what is this that you're going for? For some of you, it could be you could just be deciding to sort of go away, and that would be the action, the immediate action you might want to take, to have a nice holiday. You know, yeah, and it's very much a healing thing to do, if that's on something that you really would like to do. There's not many places you can go at this time of year where we are in Europe. You'd have to go a bit further afield, maybe Africa, in Europe, to get a warm climate. But you could also be thinking about going somewhere cold, like you could be thinking about maybe going to see the Northern Lights. something like that. So let's have a look at what's going to be happening going forward. And we've got the sun as the energy going forward, which is a beautiful card of celebration. It builds on the star. So this is very much you perhaps being rather in the spotlight. In the spotlight, you know, this is your time to shine. And going on the past situations and energies you've dealt with, you need to sort of cleanse your energy from all that, because, you know, healing is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It can do sometimes, you know. We've all heard of those miracle healings that happen really quickly. But a lot of the time it is to do with consciousness and where you are and your inner world. So you've kind of dealt with that side of things to your satisfaction, and now is the time to really detoxify. And you can do that in lots of ways. Physically, mentally, you've kind of, I think you've done a lot of that. So it's more coming down to then more the 3D, the physical. You might need to do a bit of that, but something that's always very useful. If you're someone who goes by moon phases and who watches, you know, if you're in new or full moon, or, you know, what sort of phase you're in, you might, you know, schedule your life accordingly to that. I mean, I quite like to do that with the card readings. It seems to work well for me. It's a nice regular spot for me to do this. But there may be other ways that you want to clear your space. It's not just your physical body, it's the physical around you. So it's just a general detoxification. You might like to do something like what this fairy is showing, like go to a spa or something like that, and or go for a swim. You know, be in water, be in that cleansing. Seawater is the best, isn't it, for cleansing? So you might be thinking something along those lines. That'd be really beneficial. That just to support you for your time in the sun. And let's have a look at what the tea leaf cards show you. So again, we've got the mountain coming up, as with, you've got the night. I hope you can see this. You've got the mountain, so you're forging ahead, and you know where you want to go. Doesn't have to be that specific, but you know in general terms what you want to do, and everything points to things going really well, whatever you've got in mind. And you will be supported by someone in your immediate environment, someone who's got a good head on their shoulders and can give you good practical or spiritual advice. It could be any number of ways that they can help you, but it's someone who you look up to, and someone who obviously has got experience under their belt and knows where you need to put your energy, or where would be sensible. It's not always obviously that this reading is I try to sort of go for the kind of spiritual and empowering you to use your energy in a wise way, but so, you know, this is also about the practical stuff. You know, we live in, you know, in the physical, and we've got to deal with that. It starts with, for me, it starts from the your inner world, and then it comes outwards. There's also going to be someone coming to help you with whatever that might be that you need help with. And wow, what a fantastic card here. I really like these cards. I haven't been using them for too long, but they just give a little bit of detail. So great happiness. And looking at this is a harp, a picture of a harp. So I'm wondering whether sound could be something quite significant in the for you, for whatever reason. It's a real harmony with, you're going to feel very much in harmony and really happy going forward, having that support, knowing pretty much, you know, what you want to do, and yeah, sort of keeping yourself regularly cleansed, your environment regularly cleansed, and sort of attending to that type of thing. So I think that's probably it. Yeah, a really good, really positive set of cards. You've been through a bit of difficulty, you've sorted out the wheat from the chaff, and you've had a good inner inventory where you can improve yourself personally, you know. You've empowered yourself in that way, and going forward everything is really positive, and you've got some people around who are really going to help. Yeah, you've got a wise owl who's going to help you there. So thanks for listening in. I will be doing another one as we're going towards the next full moon. That's going to be that probably will fall in December, I would think. Or it might just be on the edge. Yeah, anyhow, I'll see you again for another reading. And if you did want a personal reading from me, I do offer them. The details of my email are in the description box, hopefully, or on my profile. But yeah, it's great to spend some time with you, and I'll see you again soon.